Good morning, everybody. Welcome to vidIQ. It is Tuesday, 11 a.m. It could be 7 p.m. for you. It could be 4 a.m. Wednesday morning. It doesn't matter. We're all here for vidIQ Livestream channel audits. Let's do this.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Hello everybody, welcome to vidIQ. My name is Rob. If this is your first time in these glorious YouTube surroundings, we are the YouTube tool and channel that aims to help you get more views in less time by educating you on your YouTube journey. This is a regular live stream that we do every single Tuesday where we talk briefly about a YouTube topic and then we look at your channels. There is a link in the video description which includes a form. If you fill out that form, you may have a chance of being audited today by us. And when I say us, it's the perfect time to introduce our regular experts, YouTube wisdom guru, skateboarder, self-confessed nerd. He even calls himself the old guy of YouTube, Jeremy Vest. Welcome to the show. I don't know if you find that a compliment that I call you all of those things, but yeah, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. No, I love it, especially the old man at the end part. That's my favorite.
So yeah, Jeremy's joining us here, and I want everybody here in the live stream to let us know where you are joining us in the world today. This is a global live stream, of course. So where are you? What time is it? And maybe the weather it is like it is there. And yeah, I mean, we've had a very, very interesting week ourselves in the YouTube world, and we're going to touch on that a little bit with our first topic. But we've done this to death very recently, and I'm sure some of you are maybe a little, I'm not going to say tired, but fatigued. We're in a lull at the moment, I think, because of the developments that have been happening recently. But we'll do the shout outs now. Hello to Retro Gamer Boy. You say it's cold. I've no idea where that is though. Ghost Tactical in I always want to say Arkansas, but I do know it's Arkansas, USA. But for whatever reason, I always mentally say that when I see Arkansas. Pipoca Camdiende, I think. Hello to you. Hedriogun, hello to you. Kalex TB, Agario, England, 6 p.m. there, because of course the clocks have gone back in the UK, but not back here in the US. So we have that slight odd time difference at the moment. Jeremy, who else do we say hello to today on the vidIQ live stream?
Hey, SP Tech Plus, thank you so much for moderating. You're doing a great job for us. We really appreciate it.
We do.
Leonard Corias.
I think he's one of our regular channel visitors. He's got a cooking channel from what I remember.
Yep. So, Squiggly, Tom Storm.
Hey, Tom.
Fly Fox Gaming.
Hello to you, Fly Fox Gaming. So it's hilarious sometimes us trying to read out usernames when we're just seeing them for the first time, and it's like I can read maybe the first syllable and then it gets a little weird. Anyway, hello to all of you here. Thank you for joining us on the live stream. We're going to be doing channel audits in less than 5 minutes, but just before we go there, I want to do a quick update then on the topic that we've been covering all week on our channel. So Jerry, I'm not going to share my screen at this point, but I'm going to go to our own live stream that is currently ongoing here. It is the PewDiePie Vs T Series live stream where we thought that by today, we would have a new most subscribed channel on YouTube. That's not happened. Currently, T-Series has 67,892,000 subscribers. PewDiePie now has 68,500,000 subscribers, which in my quick math means that now PewDiePie is 600,000 subscribers ahead. This time last week, there were barely 150 subscribers ahead. What has happened? Jeremy, do you know?
I do.
Tell us.
Mr. Beast happened.
Mr. Beast. What happened there then?
So Mr. Beast is a YouTuber with almost 10 million subscribers. I think he's at 9 million something. And he decided to basically buy advertising in his town on everything, including billboards that told you to unsubscribe to T-Series and to subscribe to PewDiePie. He went on radio, television, and he single-handedly basically PewDiePie was probably within 24 hours of getting beat by T-Series. And he did this media publicity, and it just went crazy. And now there's 600,000 subscribers ahead. So that's what happened.
Yeah, well, Castleberry is asking here, why is this so important? And the reason it's important is because it tells you a lot about the YouTube ecosphere and how things operate, in that two channels, the biggest channels, not necessarily competing against each other, but there's going to be this sort of takeover. And then another YouTube channel has had this ingenious idea to not only change the dynamics of this story, but create a whole story in themselves. And I did a video recently on this where that channel, the Mr. Beast channel, has, I think, quadrupled their subscriber count in the last few days. So they've benefited. PewDiePie's benefited from almost 750,000 subscribers at this point. And even T Series, they've seen an uptick in their subscriber count. And we're going to be honest, us following the content, this story, we would expect to maybe get 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 views on our videos because we're appealing to video creators and how to grow their channels, which is a much smaller YouTube space. Whenever we do a new story on this, which sort of incorporates how YouTube growth is affected by this, our view counts of 10x. I've done 2 videos on this subject in the last week, and I think they've got 100,000 views. So by us following this trend and reporting on it has been incredible for our channel. We're going to be honest here. So sometimes reaching a completely new audience, once they're finished with this story, hopefully they're going to stick around and learn a bit more about channel growth. So I think that's important. That's why it's important to us. And Jeremy, is there anything you want to add before we move on from T Series versus PewDiePie?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are still but still, why is this important? I mean, basically with, YouTube is bigger than television now in general. So think about that. Think about, okay, if YouTube is pretty much the biggest visual platform in the world, especially for videos, what is bigger? Maybe a blockbuster movie, but people are taking this really serious. So a lot of people in India are like, pride, hey, we're gonna be the #1 subscribe channel on YouTube. And then a lot of PewDiePie's followers are little kids, so it's really decisive. It's really caused a lot of people to be mean to each other, and it's culturally and globally actually a big deal for a lot of people.
Yeah, and I think the thing that you mentioned there, that it's interactive, because this has been played out on a platform where people can comment and actually make a difference, like Mr. Beast did. Actual individuals can somehow, it's almost like rigging a poll almost. Somebody else can just move in there and cause such a shift. And I've had comments on some of our videos saying, well, what if a big influencer in India asked everybody to subscribe to T Series? They'd overtake them in a matter of hours. That may be true. Maybe that's going to happen, and that would add another interesting dynamic to the story. So we're going to continue to follow this, probably in more live streams later on this week. But we're going to end it there for the time being, as T-Series is 600,000 subscribers behind. Jeremy, I see you updated the estimated takeover there. You think that may take as long as another week before this happens? So
I do, because they're not really slowing down.
Yeah, because PewDiePie, I thought they would maybe get 2 or 3 days out of this, but PewDiePie is really benefiting from this. Anyway, we're going to end that there. We're going to return to what you might call regular scheduled programming here at vidIQ, the live stream channel audits. Jeremy, why don't you just give us a quick explanation of what we do here at the channel audits, and I'm just going to load up some more channels while we do that, and then we'll jump straight into what we actually do here every Tuesday.
Sure. If you do want your channel audited today, there is a link in the description. You can fill out that form. And essentially, a channel audit is Rob and I have a lot of experience helping people grow YouTube channels, and we're just going to give you our honest opinion on how you may want to do things differently to grow your YouTube channel. Absolutely.
And in that little speech there, Jeremy, I managed to fail to load up any new channels. So,
oh well. Fine. Right. I can just keep on talking.
No, we're ready. I've got quite a few loaded up. So we're going to jump into channel audits now with our regular transition here, as I bring Jeremy into a screen that he can actually see. So, Jeremy, if you can confirm, you should be able to see my screen now.
Yep,
you can. We're going to be doing this channel first. So, here we go, folks. Channel audits. Let's do this. Thank you, by the way, to the 180 plus people who are actually joining us here on this live stream. Really do appreciate your support within this live stream. Right, so the first channel we're looking at here, this is Ghost Tactical Productions. And I think this channel is about, if I just click on the videos, I mean, we're not quite sure from the channel banner. I mean, it could be about Halloween, it could be about horror, it could be about gaming, but when you start to see the thumbnails, you do get an idea on this. And we need to be a little sensitive with this channel and this subject after the events of this weekend. But of course, YouTube is a platform where anybody can show their content, and if it's done legally and appropriately and responsibly, then we're happy to look at the channel. So this channel, Ghost Tactical, 1,500 subscribers, looks as if it's a channel about I don't know, the weaponry and maybe the safe usage of it. I was reading the about section, and this is from a channel, a video creator who is a veteran of the United States Marine Corps, so they certainly will understand this area very well. So from a channel perspective, Jeremy, what can we maybe suggest here that looks good and what we can maybe improve here?
Sure. On the banner at the top, my recommendation is to make it feel like home. And what I mean by that is people, enthusiasts, they want to feel like when they click on, for example, a gun channel, you probably want to put yourself up there, you know, with the gun. And instead of having your logo there, I would actually have something like your what and why statement of what the channel's about and why it matters. Another thing I would do is I would actually have a picture of yourself in the banner there.
Yes.
You may even want to have a picture of yourself where the channel icon is instead of your logo, because people are going to learn to like you. It's not necessarily the brands. Brands actually do not win as hard as humans on YouTube. So showing your face as much as possible, even in the thumbnails, I would make your face much, much larger. Look at the newer vidIQ videos, thumbnails, and you'll get a sense of how large Rob and I believe you should have the faces.
Yeah, and I think the video creator does reflect that in their thumbnails, where they are appearing in well, maybe 20-30% of the thumbnails here. I guess if we start to look at maybe from a YouTube perspective, because we have to be conscious of the content here. Is there any potential that this channel may skirt the lines of terms of service? Only because maybe we look at this thumbnail here and it's kind of maybe a bit of a threatening look, perhaps, with him holding the gun and pointing it just off camera, or is that something that's I don't know, required? I'm trying to.
I mean, let's just be clear. A lot of Nerf gun channels.
That is true. That is very true.
In trouble, you know. So there's a huge risk for any channel with like tobacco or guns, or, you know, basically anything that's controversial. There is a risk. Who knows what YouTube's going to do long term? In my humble opinion, my personal opinion, which doesn't matter, I would say as long as it's educational,
right,
and not, you know, promoting violence or anything like that, I think people are going to generally be fine. But I don't know.
And any thoughts about titles and perhaps channel focus? Is there anything that maybe, looking at the quick titles here, is like drill of the month, what's in the box, range day with Ghost?
Yeah, I think what you're doing right now is you're answering questions you know people want to hear the answers to. Unfortunately, you're not necessarily titling and answering the questions the way people type them in.
Right.
So I would actually type in, you know, how to improve your shooting or whatever, and find out with the drop down menu and the vidIQ thing on the right hand side. We actually think you could find your keyword universe and really understand what people are searching for. Then what I would personally do is make a series of 10 or 20 videos on that bigger topic. So for example, Gillette did how to shave your back, how to shave your head, how to shave your beard, how to shave your goatee. And they were able to rank for that bigger category topic. And they got over 60 million views doing that. So my recommendation to you would be to find a group of a series of content on a specific subject that people are searching for.
All right, then. So that was Ghost Tactical Productions. Thank you very much for submitting your channel. And as we say, we're trying to look at this channel from a very objective point of view. And again, as we say, potentially a sensitive subject. So I hope that the content does stay on the right lines of the YouTube policy and guidelines. Moving on then to Inverted Popes. This channel has 102 subscribers, and straight away from the channel banner, I can see that this is a music channel. I love the mixing boards and the different colours there. That seems really effective to me. And this channel looks to be one that plays ambient music of content. Presumably this will be copyright safe for YouTube. I can see that there's channel logo here. The red strip down the left-hand side, I think it kind of does brand the content, but maybe there's a little bit of waste of space there. Text could maybe go in there. What are your general thoughts here on this channel, Jeremy, but also on these music channels which do produce music for YouTube? How can you build an audience out of that? Because I always feel as if music channels struggle in this area.
Yeah, I would say that first off with the thumbnails, I agree with Rob. I would actually cut out the red bar.
Yeah,
and
so we're talking about
make make like your logo like small on the bottom right hand side or something, but it doesn't have to be that stark. Another thing I would do is just make sure you're always using the exact same font, and the font's bolder, because right now it's in less text. But as Rob, can you click on trending on the left hand side?
Yes.
So music is going through a transformation on YouTube, and my belief is. Oh, I'm sorry, not the vidIQ trending, but actually trending on the far right left side. Yeah. So YouTube is, and click on live. And then do you see the third channel down?
Yes.
It's a live video 24/7 of ambient music. So if you own the rights to your music, the first thing I'm going to tell you to do is YouTube is changing, right? Music is changing, live is changing, everything. Some of these, like that Jazzy Rain thing you just passed, some of these are just killing it, like getting 5, 6, 7, 800,000 subscribers in the last 6 months, 8 months.
Yeah.
And all they do is they just go live with music 24 hours a day. So if you own the rights to that music, I would string every song together and I would try to go live 24 hours a day. I would use a program, something like OBS, and I would figure out what terms people are searching for your genre of music. And then I would just name that the title. And the idea is you would rank for like ambient music, ambient electronic music. You would rank in the top 5 or 10 in the world for that term while the video's live. And the idea is all of a sudden people are listening to music like crazy.
So there's one ripe here for that, isn't it? Ambient electronic music playlist 2018. It's already 50 minutes long. So you could probably put that on a loop. So it's going to play, 20 times in 24 hours. But yeah, people might listen to that for an hour. And I think YouTube making it easier for you to listen to music while like your mobile phone is locked. If you what's the platform now? YouTube Premium and that sort of thing. So I think that's a fantastic idea, Jeremy. Yeah, it's certainly for channels where you're trying to have that binge watch, or in this case binge listen, have something that's just playing over and over again in the background. And I'm noticing somebody in the chat said, oh look, there's Flare TV. Yeah, we noticed that in the the trending live streams as we look down there, the one that's absolutely killing it with it, PewDiePie Vs T Series. So I think
don't underestimate that. I'm telling you right now, that's the direction music is going on YouTube.
Okay, so Inverted Popes, I think certainly as an experiment, is try and research how to do a live stream of your music. And I think one of the important things with these live streams is that they need to be stable, and you need to keep them running for a long time to start to build an audience to join these live streams. But certainly maybe try it for like 6 hours on a test bed and see if that works. Okay, right, so we're going to move on to the next channel, and we have looked at this channel before, but the reason I want to revisit this one is because it is the standard bearer for a small channel building the foundations of an awesome, branding, thumbnails, content. Everything looks fantastic in this channel. And I think
Holy
Jeremy,
moly. Yeah, can we just have a slow clap for him? This is awesome.
Well, what I'm going to do is I've just got some sound effects lined up here, so we're going to give him the awesome crowd roar because it looks absolutely amazing here, and it's even branded. Look at this; it's branded for Halloween. I didn't even realize this. He's added pumpkins, bats. He's even done a pixelated version of himself, like unzipping his face here. So this is Retro Gaming Boy, who's been on the live stream a number of times, just supporting the community. So thank you as always. But yeah, look, I mean, where do we start with just how good all of this branding is? Like, Jeremy, if you want to pick out what makes this so good, and I'll try and magnify those areas as you critique it.
I'll actually say overall, it's color theory and rhythm. And what I mean by rhythm is like the basics of graphic design: emphasis, contrast, flow, alignment, balance, repetition, all of the things that make good design good. He has the purples are very consistent throughout his banner and his thumbnails. The YouTuber faces are awesome and clickable. And what I mean by that is it doesn't seem like something boring. And then the visual elements like the game cartridge or a box or a gun or whatever he has are telling visual stories like a cartoon. And you basically kind of know what's happening without text.
Yeah.
My challenge to you would be to actually remove all text.
Well, there's a challenge.
I'm not talking about the retro Game Boy logo or something like that. But my challenge is to you to remove all text because you're such a good visual storyteller that the text is probably hampering your clickability.
So maybe like for in this one where the PlayStation 2 is printing money, do you actually need to
You don't need to say it prints money.
Yeah, and then maybe you could zoom in the PS2 and have a bigger dollar bill. Yeah,
exactly. Like the too much PS2, that is a perfect thumbnail without the text.
Yeah. One thing what I love here at the very top here is it's an excellent value proposition. Game developer by day, so that establishes his authority in the gaming space. Retro gamer by night, that's kind of like the why you should watch, because I'm fascinated by games and it's my profession, but I love retro gaming. So I thought that was a really awesome touch on the value proposition. You're gonna about to hit 250 subscribers here as well, Retro Gamer Boy. Congratulations. I guess the big question is, and the one that I keep asking is, why is this channel not bigger yet? Why is this channel not broken out? Because I think we've talked before. This is a channel which is operating at like tens of thousands of subscribers, if not hundreds of thousands of subscribers in terms of its branding. And if you click on one of his videos, he's got like the show formula nailed down and all that. So
yeah, he's got great thumbnails. I know exactly why it's not growing.
Okay, here we go. Jeremy knows exactly why, so I'm going to do a drum roll here for Jeremy. He's going to tell Retro Gamer Boy exactly why this channel hasn't blown up yet. Go.
Titles.
That's
it. Your titles are very weak in SEO and search intent. So people are not searching for most valuable retro gaming pickup. People are not searching for the definition of a PlayStation game. So fundamentally, the problem is you're not creating content people are looking for. And that does, long term, you don't have to do that. But short term, you have to build an audience. So type in retro games or retro gaming. Yeah. Yep. And then maybe do the space underscore.
And just remind people why we do the space underscore.
Yeah, the space underscore, which didn't work there. Sometimes it doesn't work, but basically it's a wildcard character, and it theoretically will actually show different, like when you're, So no, don't hit enter. Just keep up. Yeah, keep that up.
Right.
Now on the other side of that underscore, type in ABC. No, just one at a time.
Sorry, right, yeah, okay, all right, I'm with you now.
And then delete it and go to B.
Yeah.
So do you see how you now can determine with this wildcard character, you can determine what's happening, like what people are actually searching for?
Retro game dubstep. Wow, that sounds fascinating.
So this is what people are searching for. that's what YouTube is showing you here. So I would just spend more time developing a series of videos. Like, for example, I would actually have retro gaming or retro gaming console is the beginning of every one of your titles, because that's what people are searching for.
Mm-hmm.
So just something that simple. Yes, you have retro gaming pickup, but people, again, you're probably not going to rank for retro gaming right now with this small of a channel. So you need to find those exact phrases people are searching for and use those as part of your title. And then the rest of the title should be a reason to click on the video. So the two parts of titles I would recommend is having more consistency of like retro gaming console, and then, something like top list, top 10, 7, reasons. Just find a way to make it engaging enough that people, the clickability of the title, make people actually want to click on it.
All right, there you go, Retro Gamer Boy. So I think it sounds like the channel's like 8 or 9 out of 10 there. We just need to tweak those titles. I just want to say a quick shout out to Angel Dominique. Hello to you. You interviewed me a couple of weeks ago. So thank you for joining the live stream today. And thank you for telling everyone to tweet out this live stream and share it. Really do appreciate it. Right, next channel is the Donnie Shaw Show. Over 1,000 subscribers. Congratulations to you. You have Yorkshire Tea, which sounds good. It's hopefully you are from God's own country, because I am as well. This channel, what is it about? That's the question I am already asking myself. I need to look at the thumbnails to find out more. Bringing a smile by entertaining. So it sounds like it's a comedy channel of sorts. We're seeing some good YouTube thumbnail fundamentals here, Jeremy. With this
is the winner of Rainbow Vomit thumbnail.
Okay, so Jeremy's bringing out his term here. I'm going to use a term for this. I'm going to use a splat sound effect. So Rainbow Vomit, Jeremy. Just explain what that is and why this channel is using it and and to what effect they're using it.
Yeah, it's just my silly term for YouTubers that use a lot of color to kind of trick your brain. Think of neon from the 80s or something, or 90s. It just really grabs your attention and messes with your brain a little bit, because you have to process that many colors. So yeah. I affectionately call it Rainbow Vomit because I just like it.
Does it work on this channel?
I would say this: if you're going to do it, I would have all the exact same Rainbow Vomit backgrounds. I wouldn't change the colors, because honestly, like the red to pink versus, purple to green are so different that people probably wouldn't even know it's the same person, same thumbnail. Also, your faces are way too small, so just make those a million times bigger.
I was just scrolling down to the bottom to say that there is some evolution here. Like the faces are small, but now they're getting bigger. They could maybe even be a little bigger, maybe on some of those. Like I'm looking at this How to Be a Successful Live Streamer. That could maybe be a little bit bigger. And then I think this channel definitely has to think about whether they want the text or not. Like this one here, How to Halloween in United Kingdom, I think is barely readable. Like this one here, I think is more effective because it's just one word and it's big on screen. So maybe you can use that as a descriptor for your content rather than
don't make a sentence. Give someone a reason to click.
How to change a pull cord switch? Well, you've just done that in the title as well. So you're just regurgitating here. There's a better story that could be told here, I think, in the thumbnail by doing something different to repeat in the title. Now, focus. I'm looking at this channel here. We've got some Halloween trick or treats, how to start a YouTube channel, how to become a receptionist, how to be a successful live streamer. There's some how-tos here and some reacts. Do we need more focus here, Jeremy?
Yeah, and actually, I want you to answer this. So, how would someone determine what their best videos have done to date? Like, what would you do to figure out, okay, what videos are working the best?
So obviously you could use our channel audit tool, which will give you a full breakdown of the content and what's getting most subscribers. But if you want to do it very quickly on a channel where we need to have a quick look, is just sort by most popular. And is there anything? So there's some here with like in triple digits. with a few hundred views, and that was a food taste test. I think that's another one, a food taste test. Another one which is a food taste test. So the top 5 videos straight away. I'm seeing a food test taste videos. Is that what you were looking for, Jeremy, or have I missed?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what this tells me is, it's great you've got 1,000 subscribers and you're playing around with all this different type of content. I believe that if you focused on one major thing, your channel would tenfold in months, not years.
Wow.
And the reason for it is you have great thumbnails. You
Yeah.
seem to have a great personality. I'm guessing your videos are done well. And, you know, my thing is you can't be a channel about everything. The way the candidate engine works on YouTube AI, according to a white paper they wrote a few years ago, is basically it's looking at search history of your channel and their channel of the potential viewers, and then serving their video, your video to them based on their watch history. So if your channel is about 10 things, how does YouTube know what to send people, right? So if you don't have a channel focus, then it's going to be very hard for YouTube to do its job. Another thing is for the subscribers themselves, the best YouTubers in the world, almost all of them have a formula. Like it's like Scooby-Doo. It's the exact same show every single time. It's just a little bit different content. And I think that's really important. If you're a vlogger, those rules are out of, just out. Like it's all about you and your personality and building your personal brand. But every other channel that is successful, from Sean McKnight, a friend of vidIQ's with, billions of views and tens of, over 12 million subscribers, every single channel started with focus.
Boom, there you go. I was trying to think of some funny Scooby-Doo one, but every time I thought about Jeremy and scaring children, it got a little weird in my head, so I'm going to leave that right there. What we're going to do is take a break for 2 minutes while I load up some new channels. I want you to think of questions that you want to ask us about your channel or YouTube in general, because we're going to do any questions answered when we come back in 2 minutes. We'll see you very shortly.
Ну что,
Folks, this is your 1 minute countdown. We'll be back in 1 minute. All right, testing. Let's hope I switched my microphone back on this time, as I always forget to do that when we return from a break. And I'm just saying this to give Jeremy time to prepare himself, because he has no idea when we come back on screen. But yes, we are back, and that is a wrong transition. And that's my thing letting me down once again. Oh, forgot to press all these buttons, Jeremy. Right, you are back on screen now there. Jeremy is back here. And I asked you to do Ask Us Anything questions, and I'm sure you've asked lots, and they've all gone off screen while we've taken a break here. So, Jeremy, we're going to try and scroll back through these a little bit to see if there's any fantastic questions. Anything you picked up straight away, or do we need to start scouring through the chats?
Yeah, Ghost Within, how you mentioned earlier, a music live stream. What is that? I have an ambient music channel. So if you go over to the left-hand side of YouTube and you click on trending and then you click on live, you're going to see a whole bunch of music channels that they own the content, they own the rights to their music, and they literally stream 24 hours a day. A lot of these channels have got hundreds of thousands and millions of subscribers. And basically what's happening, what Rob and I are starting to see, is you rank very high for big terms when you're live. So you may actually rank in the top 5 or 10 in the world for live ambient music or something like that. Where if you put up a normal video, the chances of that happening are almost next to impossible.
Yeah. So because the live stream space is less crowded at the moment, you got a chance to rank highly, but then you have to have value and content so that people stay on the live stream for longer. Question that came in, it was from Kessler Space Industries. My question is, can I do some meme videos that is relevant to my channel, even though I make some good content about game playing, making some storytelling on that game? The question seems a little unfocused, which might indicate the channel has maybe lacking a bit of focus there. I think, yeah, you could, if you're a comedy channel and people want to be entertained and laugh on your content, and I think certainly memes might be something that you can do. You got to think about potential copyright issues there, but memes are generally, I don't know if you call memes fair game, Jerry, but that seems to be the case, generally speaking, doesn't it? But I know you've got more of a stricter opinion on using other people's content, I think, certainly than I do.
My opinions don't do it.
Yeah. But I mean, like, from switching from one topic to another, it's always worth trying, but you need to have a really committed audience already so that you can take them on a journey wherever you go. And I think that's what tends to be with most channels, is that they build their reputation on a certain style of video and content, and then when the audience is really connected to the host or the hero of a channel, that's where they can start to do other interesting things. Next question, Jeremy, if you've got one lined up.
Sure, I got demonetized for duplication, even though I never had a copyright tag and never re-uploaded other videos. What exactly is duplication?
Right, then, duplication is a scary word that's floating around YouTube at the moment, and I'm hearing this story so often, and I don't know if it's, again, YouTube's algorithm, which is acting a bit aggressively, and it may take a few months to cover itself. I don't really have I have to be honest, I don't have a good answer for this, because I would like YouTube to give us a clearer answer on this. The Creator Studio video, the Creator Insider video wasn't that helpful, other than to say that humans review your content, but then you don't get a human response. It's still an automated one, and it leaves the video creator not sure what to fix. I guess we can only really give general guidelines, like are you using music that's appropriate? In terms of duplicate content, are you using anybody else's clips? If you're perhaps maybe a content farm and you are using Creative Commons or free to use content, that's all well to a certain aspect. But if you're just that was one thing that I did get from the Creators Insiders team, is that if you are just a content farm and you're using content from elsewhere, even if it's legal and fair use, I think that still, in YouTube's eyes, may be a factor in not monetizing your content. But we're not the experts in this general idea. We're just trying to help as much as we can. So yeah, I know that's not really much help. We've done some playlists on this. There's a lot of stuff about demonetization, so do check out. I think we're up to about 15 videos on that subject, so there might be more information in there. All right, sorry, I was spending so long answering that question. I wasn't looking for another one, Jeremy. Is there anything else there you've got for us?
Yeah, do I have to get 4,000 hours in 1 year, or do I get more time?
Okay, here is the question. I know this one off the top of my head because we get asked it so often. As regards to 4,000 hours of watch time, you need 4,000 hours of watch time within 12 months. It doesn't have to be done in a year. You could do it in a week. You could do it in a day, but it's over a 12-month period. So, for example, all the video content that you made today, going back to October 31st of last year, counts in your watch time. When we move to October 31st, tomorrow, then the previous date would be November 1st. So it's just counting the last continuous 12 months. So that's why your watch time could go up and down when meeting that requirement. We've done a video on this which answers that exact question and a lot more, and I highly recommend you watch it. Do a search on YouTube for like vidIQ 4,000 hours of watch time, because we get asked this so much. So hopefully that does answer that question. What else? Come on, I want to roll.
All right, let's do this. Does channel keywords matter in 2018?
No.
Will it boost SEO?
No.
All right, next one.
Well, hang on. What do you think, Jeremy? I think no.
No, I mean, based on all the data and tests I've done, I have not really seen an increase using channel keywords at all. And and my tests were less than 1%. So, there's 99% of other stuff you can probably worry about.
I think Leron, also a person who's like our channel auditor, the expert channel auditor, we're just merely second-rate versions. I don't know why I'm really putting this down there, but he did a test where he uploaded a video and he included a specific tag in his channel name, and when we searched for that tag, it was like, I don't know, X47918421. It was like a really random tag, but when we searched for that tag, it brought 0 results. So that channel tag wasn't being indexed. So
right.
So from me saying no, we've spent a minute answering the question fully.
All right. So make an Android vidIQ app.
Stay tuned.
All right. Little teaser there. Do you lose views if you put videos in private?
Yeah, I think the answer is yes. Jeremy, you know the answer, Mod. You definitely lose them if you delete them. But I think
you can get them back. So if you put a video in private or unlisted, within 24 hours, typically, you will lose, even in unlisted, you will lose those views. When you put it back to public, they will come back. But if you delete a video, then obviously...
I don't know if that applies to 4,000 hours of watch time. I asked YouTube this and I got the answer, and I cannot remember what the answer was. But
no, they said it did. Even unlisted, they said private, no, but unlisted would still count towards the 4,000 hours to watch. All right. This is an interesting one. Question. My channel is about saving money while driving. Or diving. I thought it said driving. I was like, whoa. Would it be better to look up topics for a video or keep doing videos about topics I know I have information for?
So just run that by me again. So it's a channel about saving money through diving. As in scuba diving, right?
Yeah, scuba diving for sure. Would it be better to look up topics for a video or keep doing videos about topics that I know? So I call this passion plus intent. So I would do both. I would do stuff you love, but I would figure out how people are asking that question on YouTube by performing searches yourself.
Done. Next question.
Right.
Sorry, I've not been looking at the questions at all here.
It's fine.
I'm slacking off. Okay, memes and YouTube tips. YouTube LPS, what is the best microphone? For reference, I'm using a Samsung C10U. I think this is 10 years old, and apart from a bit of popping that's still going on, it still works fine. Jeremy is using something I'm thinking of buying, and that is a...
Oh, it's a Rode Podcaster.
And I think that's about $250 or $230. This bad boy right here was about $100 when I bought it, and I think it's like a studio condenser microphone, and obviously it's a USB one. All right, let's take 3 more questions, and then we'll get back to channel audits.
How do you keep your enthusiasm up when your channel is not growing?
I think the answer to that is that this is where video creators start to understand whether YouTube is for them, because even if you do build up a massive audience and you're creating videos time and time again, I think there always has to be that innate desire and passion to be a video maker beyond like the fame and the fortune. So I think if you are struggling I think one thing is that if you're doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, maybe it's time to switch things up in your content or your video creation. That might be making a video that's twice as long as usual or half the length as usual. Just might completely change the way you edit it and other factors. Anything to add there, Jeremy?
Yeah, I'm going to say the 1% rule. I'm a big believer of trying to get 1% better every week.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, don't put pressure on yourself. Becoming a famous YouTuber or a YouTuber making money is like becoming a professional athlete, a professional musician, or a professional painter. It's a creative field that 99% of us will fail at, period.
Boom, there you go. Right, I think we got, did I say 2 more questions?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Just looking. Do you have one?
Well, I was going to read out a silly one, which is Jay Patel says, what is this about? This is a live stream where we answer your questions and we audit your channel. If you'd filled out the form, we would be looking at your channel. Sounds like you haven't done that, so get on it straight away. Next question.
All right. Thanks, Donnie, for pointing this out. Brett Pot asks, how do you focus on titles with it being a comedy channel that does parodies? And this is where what I would say is find the bigger category. So what I mean by that is people are probably searching for something like comedy parodies or comedy skits.
Mm-hmm.
So I would find the broader topic would be that it would be what people are searching for to find funny stuff.
All right, then. That was your Q&A for this week. We didn't have a question of the week this week because I tried to go through our comments, but we've got thousands of PewDiePie versus T Series ones, and there was nothing of a particular value in them. So, yeah, I just wanted to do a longer Q&A with you, the community, joining us here today. Right, what we're going to do is more channel audits, but we're going to do a quick fire round this time. We'll try and get through as many as we can with the time remaining. So there's a transition. That's me clicking some buttons to get Jeremy's so that you can see my screen, which is that one. Jeremy, confirm, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, you can. Right, so what we're going to look at here is Castleberry, because he's been in several of our live streams, I think, in the last couple of weeks. I do remember him. And he asked a question today, like, what was the point of T-Series versus PewDiePie? So now we're going to ask a question here. What is the point in Castleberry's channel? And hopefully we can find that out by auditing it. It is creative video marketing. So you're in the same space as us. Congratulations in advance on 150 subscribers. You have definitely nailed down the thumbnail element, especially in the last 6 videos. And Video Marketing World 2018. So I'm going to say, Jeremy, you probably know this chap.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so take it away. What can we do to help Castleberry's channel grow even more?
You know, one thing I think people underestimate is how humble the beginnings of all YouTubers were. Go look at PewDiePie's first video, or any of your favorite creators. Go look at their very first video. If you can scroll down a little bit, you can see that he's had this channel a while, and he's just been playing around, trying to learn how to be a YouTuber and just messing around. And then you can start seeing about, 2 months ago, he literally has a video saying figuring it out. So, and then after that video, it's so cool.
Boom.
To see, you can see that Robin and my influence is definitely hitting him with the thumbnails. the consistency, the color, the YouTubers' faces. I mean, he's got those thumbnails are the best thumbnails of the day by far. And you can see that he's starting to get serious. You can also see that he used to make titles like Best Things in Life, and now he's how to start a business. You know, he's starting to use SEO. He's starting to use custom thumbnails at a very high level. So my challenge to you would be to find a focus of a series of like the next 30 or 40 videos you do. I would make it very, very strategic and all the same. So what happens as some of these people in the space, like myself with almost 4,000 subscribers, and Brian G. Johnson and Owen Video and all of these other guys that are rising in the ranks to become a Daryl Eves or Tim Schmoyer or Roberto Blake, what you need to do is you need to start ranking both in suggested and search for a specific term. I personally am going to start going after, whenever I have time, to start going after custom thumbnails. So my recommendation to you is find that thing you love, that passion, and start trying to rank for these long tail terms.
All right then, Castleberry. So good luck on your refocused channel. The one I like most probably is this one, how to be more creative, and then you just stuck a gnome in there, which kind of is a little intrigue. Like, why is that there? I need to click on this thumbnail to find out more about what's going on there. So I think that is a really good idea for a thumbnail. Right, let's shoot through as many channels as we can with the time left. First one, David L. 450 subscribers on your channel. My first thoughts are, the channel banner means very little to me. I can see like a bit of a play button and a very covered up face with a bit of hair, but that doesn't lead into anything about the channel. Title wise, it looks as if it's something to do with roast videos and pranks and things. So
this is a very typical kind of Vine-ish styled Instagram type of deal. Right. So I would say just do what you do. But I would make your thumbnails way better. Yeah,
that's where the strength's going to come from, isn't it?
And then I would find an overlapping arching theme of what these videos are called.
Yeah.
You know, are they memes? Are they parodies? Are they parody memes? Like, figure out what you're making and then add that as the beginning of each title, tag and description and playlist, so that as you're growing and you're building an audience, first off, people actually know what your videos are about within the title. And then secondly, maybe you can start ranking for some of those bigger long tail terms as you're growing your channel with what you do. Parodies, skits, whatever it is.
That's David L's channel. Next one we're looking at is at Flowering Elbow. Okay, I'm looking at this for 20 seconds to try and work out what it is. It's some sort of DIY building channel I'm looking at here.
I know what it is just because I'm a nerd.
Okay, so here's Jeremy's nerd tendencies coming out here. It really does help me on the live stream. So what is this channel about, Jeremy?
Basically, upcycling is making new stuff out of old stuff.
Okay.
So in this case, they were able to fill in a crack of an old board to make a table or whatever they're going to make from it. So it's in a sense, the background of the banner is phenomenal, but I just think maybe the logo and the messaging could use a little visual help.
Yeah. This is one of these channels where I think that they understand the concept of doing custom thumbnails, but they've only got as far as maybe capturing a freeze frame from the video and then just dumping some text on top. So when looking at these thumbnails, like this one here, like how to make a fan, it would probably benefit from blurring out the background, cutting out the image of a person, bringing them forward, making the fan actually glow. And I think if it's an upcycled channel, you probably want to be including dollar or money symbols in there to help represent that you're trying to make money out of this. Would that be along the right lines there, Jeremy, with those sort of tips?
Yeah. So having something in the background to distinguish what you're doing, like a rocket grill, visually needs to be separated from the background. Your picture needs to be bigger, kind of like how to make a fan blade. That's a good size face. And then contrast,
Yeah.
And see what your competitors are doing. A lot of these channels have phenomenal thumbnails.
I think that one's sort of getting in the right area where the background's blurred, so I can clearly see what's there. And one thing I've just noticed here as well, a channel with 3,500 subscribers. Look at the view counts here. You are definitely an authority in this area. When you nail a video, like 20,000 views here, 17,000 views there, and then there's other videos that just have 1,000 views. So there's a very peak trough type of channel here. So I guess what do you do? Just identify the best videos here with and look at the titles that are in there, and what I mean, like it's 2 fan videos. Sorry, there's a fan video there, but there's a lumber video. So yeah, I'm not really sure what's helping with the most successful content yet, but I guess it would just look at this, 90,000 views on how to make an eco. I wouldn't even know that there'd be enough people in the world to watch a video on that, so that's incredible. You must be one of the leaders in this video topic, I would expect.
No, actually, no, it's very hot. There's huge channels in recycling and cycling and a million other terms for this genre, but it's huge. And in America right now, the rustic furniture concept has really come back in full force. So a lot of suburbanites are making this type of stuff and buying this type of stuff. So it's a huge industry. So definitely look at what your competitors are doing. And all in all, I think you're doing a great job.
Yeah, for a channel with just over 800,000 subscribers, these recent videos are like, 3 or 4 of them in the tens of thousands of views. So this channel is growing and growing fast. Just seems like thumbnails of a way to make your content more clickable. All right, next one, Jackson and Rowan Adventures. Congratulations to 500 subscribers to you, and I'm delighted to see that as what looks to be a family vlog channel, you include the heroes, the protagonists, the main cast of your show in a channel banner, so we know exactly what it's about, and then you reinforce that with some fantastic thumbnails.
Yeah, well done, and the best banner of the day by far.
Oh, yeah, look at these thumbnails down here. Well,
thumbnails are absolutely amazing. So why are these thumbnails amazing? What are like 7 or 8 elements that make these thumbnails better than most of the ones we've seen today?
So I think that, first of all, they target the right audience with it being a family vlog. I mean, including emojis. There's that sort of fun attachment there. There's a nice contrast of colors. Like we were talking about upcycling, maybe cutting out the characters and then adding objects like this one here. Kids Try Pixie Sticks is certainly one where that's been done. And it's just generally the color themes, although they are experimenting. I mean, they've now gone for more simpler backgrounds in these more recent videos, maybe testing things. I mean, look at this one here. An awesome freeze frame picture, which has then been added with just a few effects. Really does look great. I guess as I look at this content a little more, I'm thinking, if this is a family vlog, is there an opportunity to do more targeted tentpole events? Like we got Halloween happening in the next couple of days. Could we see more content on that subject?
The visuals, you got it all down. What you're missing, in my opinion, is you're missing a real content strategy. And I don't mean that negatively. I just mean that realistically. So, for example, there are tons of searches around play, like the balls and ball pits and things like that. There's ton around, food and painting, and you just do so many things that I wonder if you focused on one major trending kids thing right now.
Right.
I wonder if you did the next 50 or 100 videos on that one major thing, if you could actually push forward with your look and feel. I am surprised you don't have 10,000 subscribers, honestly.
All right, I'm going to set a 5-minute timer on the clock, so you've seen it appearing now. I'm going to try and get through a super quick number of channels in those 5 minutes. So here we go. Next one is Mapmade. Looks to be a gaming channel. Let's play reviews. Congratulations on hitting over 100 subscribers. I'm seeing the thumbnails, and I can see that you are in the thumbnails. Maybe there needs to be a bit of a better contrast between you and the backgrounds in some of those. Like, you can do that by adding a glow effect to you, or doing like a stroke effect so that you are clearly seen, or blurring the background a little bit. And then the games that you're covering, it seems to be generally Nintendo games, but there's a bit of shifting around. You've done some a critique on whether a company overworks its employers. Anything else to add there, Jeremy, to the discussion?
Yeah, I think the thumbnails are quite nice. I would put like a white stroke or something around yourself so you can separate yourself from the background. You're doing a very decent job on your titles. Just keep those series going. Hollow Knight, Switch, Let's Play, things like that. You're doing a good job. Just keep on going.
Right then, on to our regular fishing channel of the week. We have one every single week. Fishing with Colton uploads on Friday. You're about to hit 200 subscribers. Congratulations to you there. I think we had a big discussion about fishing channels last week about how the thumbnails should always include... I think we got to the point where we were saying have a big image of a fish with its mouth wide open, from what I can remember.
I mean, honestly, like on the second row, the second one to the end, the bass fishing golf course ponds, that's kind of one of the best thumbnails you can have. The one with the arrow next to it is even better because it's intrigue and people don't know what it is. The best thumbnail so far that I've seen is top 5 fall baits. That one's very, very good at the very top.
That one.
So, and the reason it's good is because you have lures, you have all this amazing stuff.
All right, so I would tweak the channel banner as well. I think that needs a bit of an upgrade there.
Yeah, and then just finally make sure you're answering questions people are asking about fishing, because people aren't necessarily typing in early fall bass fishing, but they might be saying something like how to catch a bass in the fall.
2.5 minutes ago, let's keep this going. We are looking at Kalex TB Agario. Oh, I got addicted to Agario about 2 years ago. I went into rehab for that, but I don't want to spend too long on this because it may persuade me to start playing it again.
I don't even know what it is, so I'm just going to let you take this.
Definitely a good channel focus here, that you're sticking to a game, and you seem to have a very consistent audience here. Like, each video is consistently around about 100 views, which is good. In terms of your thumbnails, I think maybe they are a little busy in some of these, like this one here, the 300 subscriber one. Without zooming in, I can't read the text, even it's what will happen next. And you're including Agario in all your keywords, so you're certainly front-loading it. But is there anything else that you can maybe add to each of these thumbnails and titles to make them a little more intriguing? Like, if you're gonna when you make a video, like, what's the best or shocking or most impressive or unusual thing that happened in the video, and then tease that in the thumbnail and the title, and that might help you a little bit more with reaching out to an audience. I don't know how popular Agario still is, but yeah, I think in terms of where you're going with your channel, I think you know where you're going. I think we just need to improve the branding a little bit here and there. Next channel is... Okay, so I brought this one up, and it was just funny here that Unchokeable Gaming TV is trying to latch onto the PewDiePie Vs T Series live stream craze that's going on at the moment, but he hasn't been able to quite successfully do that because each live stream he does stops working after about an hour. So well done for trying to jump on the trend, but I guess I would say if this is not really a topic that's going to interest your audience, because you look to be about PUBG gaming. So you have to try and remember that not every single trending event is going to appeal to you or your audience. Anything to add there, Jeremy?
Nope.
Next channel, 30 seconds left, Triple. Wow, okay, so the last channel, we've got 20 seconds to talk about a channel with 150,000 subscribers.
Look at that banner.
Yeah.
Look how rad it is. Why is it so good? You have focus of the logo, you have what it's about.
Yeah, and we know what game it is, which Grand Theft Auto. In terms of the videos, we've got 10 seconds left here. I think we've started, so we'll finish here. This channel looks to be, I think, a Russian channel. And now you're going to be looking at Red Dead Redemption 2, which should just come out as well. So it's good that you're following a trending topic. Thumbnails, I think maybe there's a little bit, some tweaks here that could slightly improve maybe here. I mean, they're generally good.
Consistency, maybe in the background color or something, so that people know it's your thumbnails.
Yeah, I think the red border helps a little bit with the branding there. I guess a big question is, something that Jeremy and I have no idea is, are you in the videos? Do we see you on webcam? Are you something? Because you want to take your audience on all of these sorts of journeys, and if they know more about you, especially when they first subscribe to the channel, then that might help. I'm just going to click very briefly on one, see if we can find
Ребят,
out.
всем здорово, с вами я Трипл.
Yeah, it is a Russian channel.
Орлы с разными нажимами.
So it is just voiceover. So it's one of those where this is booking a trend of like being a really popular channel despite not having a face reveal or anything, but looks totally awesome to me. And I guess in the Russian gaming world, you are probably one of the authorities there. All right then, Jeremy, what I think we should do, because to stop people from just abandoning us now, as I did a timer, which is probably the last thing I want to do. We're just going to look at like a couple more channels. So let's have a quick look at Stepkey Steelers, another gaming channel here, has 130 subscribers. So beginning their journey, looks to be a Fortnite one. They've got focus here, which is good. You're using Fortnite in the key as a first keyword. But could there be more added to the titles, like Fortnite stream highlight solo? To me, that tells me nothing about what's going on in the channel, in the video. So again, try and tease a story of some kind. Jeremy's been very silent there, so I think he's saying, yeah, Rob knows what he's talking about with Fortnite. I was going to quickly look at this one, but it looks as if it might be, dare I say, a content farm channel, because it looks to have just videos on.
And by the way, in the comments, he asked why we hate sports channels. Why do we hate sports channels? I didn't know I did.
Yeah, we don't hate sports channels. I think what the problem is, we don't like channels that just use content that's not theirs. Right. If it's adding a value, like you're critiquing, or maybe you're talking about tactics and strategy, that might be the case. But if
or fantasy football or something around sports where you own the content, it's totally awesome. Yeah, we don't dislike this. Our point is, if you're using other copyrighted materials, then eventually your channel's gonna get shut down.
I'm gonna click on this and we're gonna let it run for 5 seconds, and we'll be able to tell whether this channel is just content farming or not.
Yep.
So is that your content? That's the simple question. If it isn't, then it's going to be difficult to sustain a channel through that. So world's most viral content is not, it's like, how do I put this? The world's most viral content is none of your content. And that's why we can't really audit it, because it's not your channel. Next one, Chimichanga. Your channel's under construction, apparently. 3,500 subscribers. Looks as if this is focused. Okay, so you've not done many videos, and you've grown a significant sized channel here in 4 months, which is brilliant for a gaming channel. Looks as if you're concentrating on a particular game. What game is that, though? I can't. It's a driving game of some kind, I think. Now so this video here got 450,000 views, so that's probably the one that's brought in and this one here with 300,000 views. So whatever you were doing in these videos has certainly been popular. I can't work out what video it is.
Yeah, whatever you're doing, just keep on doing that. Yeah. The
Beam MG Drive. I guess that's maybe you are one of a few video creators who are covering that game.
I've never even heard of that.
Neither have I. So yeah, keep doing what you're doing, but maybe just, I don't know, does that under construction, does that signify the game? Because
I don't know, with that few videos and that many views, I don't even know if we have the authority to tell them anything.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. Yeah, that could be. I mean, you're already well ahead of the game here. So that was Chimichanga, and that, ladies and gentlemen, was another high octane, fast paced live stream session with myself, Rob, and Jeremy Vest here. Final thoughts, Jeremy, for this live stream.
Let us know how we're doing. How do you like our software? For some reason, I know this sounds weird, but a lot of you guys don't actually mention our software very much, and I know most of you are users. How are we doing? How's it working for you? What do you like? What do you hate about our software? Please let us know in the chat, because we are looking at this every day and we want to make improvements.
In our absence, if we're going to do a bit of a vidIQ plug here, let's get that clock off. Don't need that timer going again because we're not going to do 5 minutes there. If you look at this channel audit tool on the left-hand side here, you click on that. It gives you a report card on your channel. Fingers crossed this was fixed because we had a little bit of a bug with it this morning. Okay, it doesn't look as if it's been fixed on mine. I think it has been fixed, but my Chrome extension hasn't updated. But it will give you like all sorts of information about what videos are doing well on your channel in terms of subscribers, like building trust with your audience. So that is the go-to tool for us when we're not auditing a channel. So yeah, download it. Let us know what you think. Is there anybody telling us what they think? Your software is perfect. It looks really cool. So thank you, Freaking Geek. That's an awesome name. What's new in the YouTube studio? We are working on getting it working in the Creator Studio beta as we speak there. So thanks for that question. Not fixed on mine in UK. So inverted perps. What you need to do is close down Chrome and restart Chrome, and that should update vidIQ. If not, the best way to upgrade it instantly is to remove the extension and re-add the extension, but that means you've got to log in again. But within a matter of hours, it should be updated and fixed. All right then, folks. Oh, Jeremy, were you about to just something?
Yeah, red, wine, and blue. Mom had. I find the vidIQ data sometimes contradicts other data. Hey, you know what? YouTube changes a lot, so make sure you log off and log back in. Maybe make sure the Chrome extension is up to date. It should be working properly. If not, definitely go to support@vidIQ.com and we will help you out.
Absolutely. Folks, it's been a pleasure as always. If you enjoyed this live stream, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if by some miracle you haven't subscribed to vidIQ yet, please do so because we have lots of helpful videos coming out on a weekly basis. Jeremy, I'm going to leave it to you to say goodbye to our audience with the best tagline in the world.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your video making.
He sounds so enthusiastic when he says that.